Three, two, one. Button. Stream quality excellent. Everyone's on the map. Huzzah. Welcome everyone to... I almost said the oncoming storm. God damn it. Welcome everyone to the Realm of Shadow and Madness. I am your host, Bugboy1014, otherwise known as Nova. And I would like to introduce my players. We are joined by Ryle Darkstar, playing Trix. Surtur, playing Tika and the character I always forget the name of.
Remy.
You
forget one and you mess up the other one. That's fun.
Yeah. And Foxy, who's playing the derp known as Zoro.
Yay! I mean,
Why are you going, oh, are you drunk? Again?
yeah. Zoro's always drinking.
He's drinking and driving, evidently, because he's on his motorcycle. And we actually
We tried the last time.
We
tried that last time. I don't remember if we got a result from it.
From what?
From me drunk driving.
Oh, you freaked a few people out, but the Shield Guardians were able to keep you from ramming into any buildings. For the most part, you did get in trouble, though, last time. But yes, we are back. Last time, where we left off, everyone was heading towards the old camp that, Kitty and Trix were sleeping at. Why did we know that there was a camp that they were sleeping at? Well, because we know the previous rest that they took was in this town. And so that means there has to have been a safe spot in the town to take a rest. What they did not inform the rest of the party is they've only ever slept here 8 hours, not a week. So they can only guarantee its safety for a short rest.
Yeah.
Because yes, for anyone at home who does not know, in this campaign, I am using the extended sleeping rules. I forget if there's extended or more difficult. I'm using the optional sleeping rules in the Dungeon Master Guide, which means that short rests are now 8 hours, and long rests are a week. Which, for those who don't know, yes, those are actual rules in the Dungeon Master Guide. You go look them up.
And if anyone is telling us to just go find a safety room, that is pretty much an iron block with no doors.
Especially you're literally in a realm of shadows and madness. So finding a safe location for a week is not always a guarantee.
Yeah. Also, I just noticed the doors over here.
Yes, there is in fact doors. What, are you trying to crash through the fucking... Well, there's multiple sets of doors that lead into this area. So, some of you, So, yes, this map will represent the hideout. I don't know if this is going to be a thing you guys are coming back to a lot, or if this is just going to be a one-time hideout thing. I guess we'll see. It's up to a lot of you guys.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain about trying to have a little bit of consistency in when can we sleep.
That is true, but you're also dealing with a realm that changes direction constantly. It changes the concept of direction. Go ahead.
Okay, I am sober enough to knock on the door.
No,
I
was trying to say I was gonna input a tier 2 code that soldier does.
1111.
Yeah.
You input the tier 2 code and then discover there is not a keypad. You just press your finger against the wall 4 times.
No. What if there's like a drawn-on keypad?
but Trix insists this is what unlocked the door and then opens the door. They're just kind of a little kooky.
I can't take anything seriously.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in character, did one of my characters would just ask, "Did Trix drink a bit with you, Zoro? That's your name, right?"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nearly everyone drank with me.
I didn't.
That's why I said nearly.
I need to make them slightly smaller. So everything So yeah, I had plans for this episode thanks to a certain video I watched. Anyway, so yes, you all enter this hideout. It is a dingy, dusty-looking place that looks abandoned, but like lived in. It's both abandoned and lived in. If you know what that is like. Like, you know those old locations that's like, it's clearly not been maintained for years, but there is still someone squatting in here, so you can find, like, fresh cans and stuff in there. Like, fucking soda bottles and stuff.
Oh.
That's effectively what this place looks like. Its original purpose is lost to time. From all you know, it was some sort of entertainment or carnival or attraction or something, but it's since been retrofitted into a makeshift home for everyone who's lived here before. Over here we have
What's
like...
that roll for?
Huh? What was your question?
Oh,
Actually,
my
roll-
role?
Yeah.
Oh,
The role
I
was
was
to see if
testing
he
my-
is sober enough to knock on the door.
and not just kick it down or something.
I thought you'd drive your motorcycle through the door.
No, that would be on the 6.
Why is the high roll the bad ones?
Because why not?
Because that's not how I would have. Also, I would have had you roll D100, not D6. But anyway,
Okay.
the only like quote unquote living thing that is consistently here, which a lot of you Trix you're convinced aren't even actually living, is the 4 strange anthropomorphic robotic characters in the corner on like a stage.
Oh,
Okay.
that's Friday.
I don't mind,
Wrong
don't mind them.
franchise.
They're just. I was trying to say, don't mind them. They're just performers.
Yeah. Trix likes them,
Sure,
but
sure. Let me say, knock.
that's good voice acting. Also, sorry if I'm annoying you, Rattle. That's not on purpose.
Yeah, I was getting talked over.
Right, now I'm trying not to do that. So, as you all enter, Kitty just kind of smiles, looks around, looks at all of you, and then just kind of goes to the center of the room and flops. And she is now out.
Huh. I guess she can't sleep inside a rock or something.
She can. I said she went to the center of the room and flops. I didn't say that she did it outside of an object.
Don't worry, they are deactivated. Somehow.
Oh man, I was hoping for a spooky animatronic.
Zachary, do you approach one of them?
Yes. Why else did I move my token there?
Fair. Do you touch it?
Yes, I boop it.
Okay. You boop, and its nose makes a honking sound when you boop it. But you see the eyes on the thing shift to you, but it doesn't move besides that.
Oh, you are alive.
Well, it certainly is aware of you, but beyond that, it hasn't moved.
I'm just gonna be pouring a cup of waters onto the counter.
As you start pouring glasses of water on the counter. I know that's not what you meant. Alright.
Who's hungry?
That is a good question. What would you all like to do now that you're in a relatively safe space? The room is dingy and dark and a little moldy, but like, what else isn't in this realm? Most things are dilapidated here, but the only one that probably isn't used to it by now is Rhea.
I mean, if you guys, I'm hungry.
Not Rhea.
If you guys are
Remy.
hungry, I could make us some soup.
Soup.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good from the pieces of bread you offered me last time.
So this is the main area. Off to the side over here, there is a kitchen through one of the side doors,
Ooh.
and then next to that is a storage room, which has remnants of old dry food if you want to try and trust that. And there's also a staircase that leads upstairs. No one has ever gone upstairs.
Uh,
For Thorough, I'm just gonna give him I'm just gonna give him a shake up soda.
Okay.
no soda. I'll conjure up soup.
How?
What do you mean how? You gave me the items to do it.
Oh no, you're not conjuring it. Okay, so his power armor has a cauldron of plenty with a goblet of everlasting water or whatever it is. So basically, he can create 90 gallons of stew a day from his power armor. That's what it was. It's not him conjuring it with a spell. It's just part of his power armor. So, not Zokar. God damn it. I'm used to Zokar shenanigans with power armor.
Yeah.
So
With Thorough open the can of soda I gave him.
he said he didn't want soda.
Yeah,
Oh.
I only take ale as a drink.
I imagine Zora would like just take the soda. It's like, I don't want this, and then just tosses it at one of Surtur's characters. Tika, Remy, do either of you open the soda?
Yeah, I guess I could. I guess Tika could. Remy might be a little more suspicious of trying to drink stuff that might have delirium in them, especially when someone is conjuring something that out of nowhere, seemingly.
Not out of nowhere. I'll explain that. I just
Okay.
haven't had time because Rattle wanted to do the soda thing first. Trix, what happens when Tika opens the soda?
Gotta spray him.
What?
It's spray Tika. It's a pressurized can, basically.
Ah,
Yeah.
just the.
I shook it up before giving it to Thorough.
And then Zoro tossed it to Tika, and then Tika opened it, got sprayed in the face with old soda.
Ah.
Alright,
Good.
so now I need to paint the mental image of... God, I almost called him Zokra again. The mental image on Zoro's ability. So basically, he gets off his motorcycle, goes to a side compartment on his motorcycle, pulls out a large section of it, and in the section there's just a giant piping hot vat of stew that when you take a little bit of it out, it seems to refill itself. And so it's just side compartment in his motorcycle, because if you remember, Surtur, his motorcycle is a set of power armor.
Yep.
So
I thought he restarted wearing it because he got a level of corruption. He's like, maybe I shouldn't take my armor off.
I
He
have
has-
to. Yeah.
You can explain. You
I
can,
have 2 other sets of power armor.
yeah, from his dead friends.
Ah.
Live though.
He has his original set, he has his girlfriend's set, and I forget what the third set is. What's the
Alder.
third set?
Alder's.
Right, Alder's set. A.K.A. Fox Warrior's cyberpunk character.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway. So, there is stew. It doesn't get conjured out of thin air, it's actually coming out of the armor, but yeah. What are you going to do for bowls? Or are you just going to eat the stew
That's a
out
good
of his
question
motorcycle?
because if no one else wants any, I'm just going to chug it.
What are you going to try and pick up your entire motorcycle truck? How you can't remove the compartment.
Oh.
I could probably check for both out behind this counter.
All right,
Check for no delirium.
give me a D100 roll. Either that or a investigation check. 1, 2. There you go. 57. You managed to find some old wooden bowls. Only half of them are corrupted. with delirium crystals in them.
Ooh.
The other half are just wooden bowls, seemingly. They're old and dusty, but like dust is not the hardest thing to get rid of when you have gust of wind as a cantrip.
Onto the counter.
Alright, so you see Trix putting a bunch of bowls onto the counter. Do you pour stew into the bowls, Zoro?
First I'm going to do this.
Insight. Nope, you got a 9.
Okay, I don't see. I will pour some into the bowls.
Okay, so all the bowls get filled with stew, even the corrupted bowls.
No, not only the non-corrupted ones.
I guess, okay. It only matters for you and Remy, because you're
Yeah.
the only non-corrupted members. Okay.
I'm gonna take one of the corrupted bowls of soup.
Okay, you have acquired a bowl of stew. It's stew, not soup. Does the Cauldron of Plenty actually say what kind of stew? Let me go look it up.
No, I don't think so.
For those who don't want to know, by the way, this is the item known as the Cauldron of Plenty from Rhyme with Frost Maiden. It's a rare magic item. Icewind Dale, Rhyme with Frost Maiden, yeah. The cauldron is water is poured in the cauldron and transferred to a hearty hot stew, which can provide 1 nourishing people for up to 4 people per gallon. So he can basically have many different meats because he can make up to 90 gallons. Thanks to the goblet of everlasting water.
That's a lot of nourishment.
That is a lot of nourishment. That's a lot of meals. This is why this now tells you, oh, that's how Zokai survived this. Not Zokai, kind of. That's how Zoro survived this entire time in the Shadowfield, despite needing to eat.
Yes,
That's
I eat a lot.
Yes. Right, because this dude eats like a ton, and yet this is still fun. Which, that was my solution to that, because actually, all of you know the context. I won't mention it. Alright.
Ria is not here.
Yeah, all of you have stew.
Mine.
Hmm?
I'm gonna drink mine.
Okay. It's perfectly normal stew. It's a little dusty, but that's not the worst stew you had here.
Same for both my characters.
Look,
Because why not?
I would like everyone to give me a Constitution save.
Oh no!
This is not going to be that hard of one. I just need DC 10.
You say that, and I rolled a 3.
You rolled a nat 1 is what you rolled. You got it.
Yes.
Okay, well, everyone except Zoro, evidently. And Remy. Hi, Remy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, my character sheet is already open. It was just in the corner. What are you doing, Roll20? Why did you make it so tiny that I didn't even see a single thing?
It does that sometimes.
Yeah, somehow, Roll20 turned off my dark mode.
Yeah, that's annoying. I usually turning it on and off again fixes that for me.
Back on.
Alright, so Trix and Tika, you don't notice any effects. Remy and Zoro, and this is really fitting because these are the non-delirium people. So, as you both begin to drink from this bowl, you begin to hear a weird, faint laughing noise. It's like a
He immediately turns to Trix because that's normally the one who's laughing.
Trix, are you laughing at all right now, Trix?
From the soda a bit.
Okay, but Yeah.
Right.
You do recognize that isn't Trix's voice. For the other two, Tika and Trix, you don't notice anything weird. It's just Stu. Zoro probably writes it off as him being drunk, if I had to guess.
Yes.
Alright, I would like both Zoro and Remy to give me wisdom saves. Zoro gets advantage because he's already drunk.
13.
You're fine, Zoro. And you're fine, Remy. Okay. So, besides hearing a weird laughing noise coming from seemingly everywhere that's like very deep and guttural, nothing else weird and spooky is happening currently. How do you all react to this?
Okay.
I think I should drink more.
What? Did you just hear something? Is that why? Because is that why you're saying that?
I assume that's Tika saying that.
I'm assuming that's I went with Remy because he's the only one that heard something, and
Yeah.
other than
Trix will
Zoro.
look at you confused.
That's just my imagination. Or this bowl is secretly corrupted. Are you corrupted, bowl? Tell me if you're corrupted.
Give me a persuasion check on the bowl. The bull says, "No, I swear I'm not corrupted." And everyone hears it when the bull says that.
Oh,
What is-
it's a mimic.
throw the mimic, throw the mimic away before it bites your hand.
And when you call that out, it then turns into a small slime creature and latches onto Zoro's hand.
Oh god!
It starts nomming on your head.
Oh,
I
today-
just blasted it off with the water.
So you fucking activate geyser from your suit and blast it with 30 gallons of water like a fucking fire hose. Okay, it begins to inflate like a balloon.
I was making a joke and saying, "Oh, that's Jerry."
That's scary. Would you like to give me a wisdom save, Zoro, after hearing what Trix said? Nope, Zoro does not give a shit. Zoro is blasting Jerry. Okay, so Jerry is currently inflating like a balloon with 30 gallons of water. What is everyone else doing?
I don't think that's helping.
Okay, then I'll cast. Wait, no, that probably won't work. I was about to cast sleep.
Looks like Jerry's becoming a water balloon.
Yep.
Trix is just enjoying the show at this point.
I imagine Trix saying something like, "Wow, this was a place of entertainment."
Hold
Sleep.
on,
Roll 5.
I'm just reading it.
Okay.
Did you upcast it?
No, I don't meant to cast it, but I'm just trying to read it.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Keep in mind, by the way, any spell cast by actually you don't have delirium in your body. Never mind. I don't need to mention that.
I mean, you can't blow up your own delirium. That's how you worded it before.
Right, but I was talking about the auto upcast thing that delirium let you do,
Ah, okay.
which he doesn't actually have delirium in his body, so he didn't do that.
And it's not a necromancy spell either, so it doesn't get upcasted.
Fair. I believe delirium upcasts everything too, not just necromancy. Necromancy just gets an extra boost.
Yeah, you said that necromancy spell were stronger in the Shadowfell, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? I shall cast sleep.
With what level spell slot?
1.
First level, got it. 10 hit points worth of creatures. Let me go look up the hit points of a baby mimic.
Oh wow, that is a bad roll. That is the worst roll I've ever seen on sleep.
Yeah, juvenile mimic.
11431.
Oh, I see. I rolled that bad.
Yeah.
You rolled 3 nat 1s and 5 d8s.
That's high enough because it has an average hit points of 7.
Yay, I put it to sleep.
You managed to put the juvenile thing to sleep while it's still inflated with 30 gallons of fucking water.
I shall remove it from my face.
It's not on your face,
Hand.
it's on your hand.
Oh.
That's how you're able to geyser it. The geyser was not coming out of your face.
Oh. And I latch onto my face, I just like shove my face onto it. No, not my face, my hand onto it.
Zoro shoves his face onto the mimic.
Yeah. Anyways, I just removed the mimic.
Alright, so you remove it from your hand. It is now docile. It's sleeping on the floor. And the water begins to slowly drain out of its body as you see it do that. And it begins to just relax and mold into a piece of the floor again. You begin to wonder how many more mimics are possibly here.
I think I showed them upstairs to the bedroom.
No one goes upstairs. No. Well, I mean, you can, but, I don't... I don't think that's where the bedrooms were last time, but, okay. That's fine. Show them upstairs to the bedroom.
Trix? I'm surprised Trix never went upstairs, given it's Trix.
We didn't have guests before.
True. Didn't have guests, and you guys just slept on the floor in the main room last time.
Yeah.
Because you were told by the owner of this, well, you were told by the previous occupant of this place, like, hey, don't go upstairs. There's guest bedrooms up there.
Did Trix share this information with us, or are we
Nope.
going in blindly? Okay. And I
Trix-
guess we're following him blindly.
Yep.
Yay!
I actually have a separate map for upstairs.
We quickly went upstairs. I didn't expect we would go upstairs this fast, but because you
Me
said,
neither.
"Oh, Trix never shared this information," I was like, "Okay, guess we're following Trix because why wouldn't we go upstairs?"
Alright, who all is going upstairs?
Me. I have
Both
no
my
clue
characters.
about this place. I'm just blindly falling drunk.
He's just blindly reacting to whatever's going on. Blindly and drunkenly reacting.
The best
Remy and
combination.
Does Remy and Tiga follow?
Yes.
Alright, then I'll drag everyone to here. Welcome to upstairs.
Dun dun dun.
So this is the stairwell that you enter up on, and there's many different rooms with many different doors. There is well over a dozen doors in this upper landing area, and it's pitch dark up here. It's basically impossible for anyone to see unless they have a light source, and dark vision will only make it barely visible in here.
Ooh.
What's worse is suddenly, once you enter upstairs, the wind seems to have picked up because there's a lot of creaking noises coming from up here.
Oh no, haunted house. What shall I ever do?
What do you do? Trix, where does you go?
No, wait. That does not work.
I will go ahead and tell you out of character, by the way, as players. There is currently nothing in these rooms, but there may be things in these rooms, depending on RNG rolls, as well as I'll put things in when you open the door to the room.
Oh. So
open this room.
you're leaving us blind as we don't know what's inside the other
Uh-huh.
side of the rooms.
That is
Cool.
exactly what I'm doing here, and I'm also leaving it mostly up to RNG as to what you guys find in here.
Oh, chaos.
I'm
Chaos.
opening this room door.
All right, roll me. Everyone, roll me a D100 as Trix opens that door. What's behind door number 1?
Do I roll once or twice?
Roll twice.
Okay.
21.
Ooh, low so far.
It seems like all my luck is gone today.
36.
89.
And okay. Tika saved it a little bit.
I was about to open a door with Mage Hand.
Trix is opening this door currently. So,
And that
Trix,
would make sense.
as you open the door, it leads into a nice little guest bedroom with like 4 different beds and some niceties and not that much that interesting except the man in the corner.
What?
Give me a
What?
second to drag out his token. What the frick?
Oh, you have a token.
I have a token.
You have a token. Okay.
That is just Tom, the innkeeper.
It's a tall, slender man, about 15 feet tall, that is currently in the wall, somehow impossibly, and that's when you notice, why is the room's ceilings really high in this room? And
Hey, that was Tom, the innkeeper.
Tom says nothing, but you notice that his eyes are following everyone in the room and looking at people as they talk. And he has impossibly long features about him. What do you do?
I'm just going to open another door using Mage Hand.
Okay, which other door do you open?
We're opening all
This
the doors.
one. This one.
Oh boy. So you open that door. Roll me a D100, everyone. Also, here, I'll send a full-size picture of what this looks like. I'll put in D&D streaming text chat. That's not the right screenshot.
Me and Thor got 110,
Yes.
110.
I don't add them together, though. But thank you. God damn it, can we not post that one? I'm trying to send you the actual image. Actually, you know, I just take a screenshot. There we go. Here's the full length thing. Just imagine that, like 14 feet tall. Fun fact, that is in fact a Hero Forge model. I got one to look like that.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, that's raw the Hero Forge model, which I was like amazed I got to look that dark. Anyway, alright, so as you open this door, behind,
Go ahead.
you find nothing of note other than a bed and an end table. But it is a room with a singular bed in it. And one single dingy light on the top that is running out of electricity.
Yay. Are you corrupted, bed? Or are you another mimic?
Give me a persuasion
Damn
check on the
it.
bed.
Drunkenly intimidates bed.
Okay, give me an intimidation check on the bed.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
That's even better.
I rolled both.
The bed does not respond. You do not know if that means that it's a normal bed or if that means it's a mimic that's now intimidated into being a normal bed. You do not know. But it does not respond.
It better be a normal bed or else there will be fire, flops on bed.
Zoro's out. He's crashed. What do the other three do with Mr. Innkeeper here? Do you try
You know
and
what,
sleep in this room, or do you try and find a new bed?
You know, Mr.
Wait, the other-
Innkeeper.
Yeah, I'm letting the other two choose.
Okay.
I'm not going in. I think we better to find an empty room.
Which one is that, Remy or Tika that said that?
I guess Tika because she's better positioned to see the big kind of shadow innkeeper.
Yep. And as she's saying that, the innkeeper's eyes just look at Tika. As you've been noticing, as you've all been talking, the eyes have been following who's talking, but besides that, the rest of the body does not move at all. It's hard to even tell it's a body. It's more just like a silhouette in the darkness than anything else.
Which doesn't help because the room is already pretty dark.
Exactly.
Like, we'll leave you be, Tom.
It looks at you. Alright, do you
Just gotta,
try to open another door?
gotta leave the room with Tika.
Yep. Also, yes, Kayanda, this is basically a glorified game of Clue.
Oh my god, with the map, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
It was Tom in the bedroom with a candlestick.
Especially
can tell
this
you-
big one feels like a clue room.
Yeah.
This would be. We're gonna head to big one. This is like the master bedroom, I think.
You are correct. It is the former master bedroom. Back in the day when this thing was in its heyday, it was the actual sleeping quarters. The rest of these rooms are storage rooms for various parts, but they've been put beds in there since then. But this one was the actual, like, bedroom for the man who owned the building. Alright.
Anything you know from there, like like Tom earlier, or this one is normally empty?
Trix, how much do you remember? If not, I can tell you how much I think you remember.
You can tell me.
Alright, so all you can really remember is one, last time you were there, it was safe. You don't remember it was empty, but you remember it was safe. And two, it's the nicest of the rooms up here. That's the other thing that you remember.
I know it's safe and is the only one I know about.
Okay?
Okay.
We have to roll a D100 for this room.
Yes, all three of you roll D100. Zoro doesn't have to roll because Zoro's asleep. Okay.
It's only 3. And
As you all enter the room, let me go get the token. Actually, do I have that token? Yeah, I do. I'll use this guy instead.
Greg.
That's from a different campaign. He's not actually named Greg in this case. So, as you all enter the room, it's a remarkably pristine master bedroom by the standards of this place. Like, this is surprisingly intact, almost suspiciously so. But it does look like a very comfortable room. Something you might expect to, something Remy might expect to see back home. You know, not in this godforsaken place.
don't worry about Hank though. Don't worry about Hank though. He's just a protector of this room.
Can I explain who he is before you just assign him a name?
He
It's Trix. He's going to do random things.
Right. Well, while Trix called this individual Hector, all that you guys saw is one of those robotic things from before, seemingly, but it's just kind of slumped in a corner with no lights in its eyes, and it's just kind of there, slumped over, seemingly, quote-unquote, deactivated. If the other ones are activated, you don't know. It's just kind of in the corner. And what do you call it, Trix?
Hank.
Hank. You also do notice, though, that there's a fireplace over here on the side that has what remains of some logs. So if you want to start a fire, you could. And there's a bedroom here that seems to lead to a... there's a doorway here that seems to lead to a balcony. Which, you go, wait, why is there a balcony in an underground building?
Because space is a mess in the Shadowfell.
Good answer.
But I guess out of curiosity, I kind of want to go check now.
Which one of your characters checks?
I guess Remy, because he's not used to space being so weird now. Yet.
Alright. Remy, give me a D100 roll as you walk over towards the thing.
Ooh, what's that over there?
Give me a D100.
Mm-hmm.
$65.
Alright, nothing
Wow.
of note happens as you head towards the doorway to the balcony. And let me just remove Greg from the name, because it's not supposed to be Greg. Also, let me just remove the nameplate in general, because I don't need a nameplate there.
You don't need Iron Golem.
Right, because it's not actually an iron golem. I'm just using that to represent what it is. I just want it to look different than the other ones before. Alright. Do you enter the doorway to the porch?
Unless I can see through the door somehow, maybe there's a window or something on the door, then yes.
Give me an investigation check.
Ooh.
Do you think this room, Tika?
Yeah, meanwhile, Trix and Tika are checking out the room. There is a peephole in the door that sees out, if you want to try and peek.
Sure, I guess I'll try and peek, and meanwhile Tika would answer, I mean, sounds nice. Looks a lot better than the tiny little spot that Zorro took.
As you peek through, you see an eye staring back at you.
It's just voids that stare back. I mean, you have at least half of that sentence is correct. The thing is there, whatever that is staring back.
Right. To be clear, you don't see anything other than an eyeball staring back at you. You don't see any other part of the body. And, or any other scene around there. Through the people. Actually, let me delete this token. I don't need that token there.
It might be an evil you.
With that looking glass.
What was that about the looking glass tricks?
Careful about that looking glass.
Oh? You want to give me a history check to see what you remember?
Okay.
You remember that this place is, well, Zorro described it as haunted earlier, but he's not exactly far off. This place is suffused with the power of the plane, and so it loves to play tricks on people. And so you say careful because you know this place likes to freak people out. That's all you remember, though.
The other four like to play tricks.
Oh, that's why something was staring back at me through the hole.
Yes.
Right. Also, Trix
Okay.
probably guessed that there's probably not actually something on the other side. It was probably just a visual trick.
Yeah, but Remy isn't that knowledgeable yet.
Right, and for those at home who did not remember, if you've ever tried to look through a peephole from the other side, it doesn't fucking work. You can't look through a peephole from the other side. You can't really see anything. So if there was something on the other side, it would not be able to see that someone was looking at it, really.
Yeah, just a big surprise. Oh, hello.
So knowing that, do you want to try and open the door?
Just in case, I probably not want to do it unless other people were willing to see there, or
Trix and
oh,
Tika?
maybe there's just going to be there's going to be a random shadow or something that will attack us because there seems to be something on the other side.
It's like, just reminds me of the song, I have friends on the other side. God, it's a good villain song. Anyway.
Yeah.
Disney villain song.
Yeah, then it's probably a good idea if someone is going to sleep in that room to make sure there isn't someone that'll come in the middle of the night and just bonk on them.
Trix and Chica, what do you do?
I'm checking.
I'd probably, yeah.
Okay. I'd like all of you to give me a D100 roll. Get backstabbed. 15.
That is not the thing that. Oh, it puts a command when you click on. Okay, because I kept rolling D100 in the chat, so I just kept pressing up. But apparently it registered a command of like, @Remy investigation instead of roll D100.
Yep, that is a thing. That's how I quickly redo attack rolls constantly. It's I just do up, enter, up, enter, up, enter to do the attack roll multiple times. Alright, as you open the door, it creaks open. It's heavier than you expect it to be. And you see a scene that should be impossible, but given this place, it doesn't actually surprise Trix at all. You open onto a small balcony that is looking over a vast snowy tundra. You did not cross through a snowy tundra to get to this place. This is not where you were.
Like, this, the upper floor is like playing tricks.
Zoro, you're not here.
That's why he's in parentheses. He's reacting as a player, probably.
He, as a player, has an idea of what I'm doing here. But yes, it's a vast snowy tundra that goes off for a long distance until a sudden cliffside, seemingly, because it just kind of cuts off at a certain point, and you don't know what that means. Where it just seems to end. Beyond that, yeah, it's just a fucking snowstorm everywhere. If you guys would like to stay out here for a while, I will eventually do extreme cold weather conditions rules.
Back inside.
Yeah, we should probably not stay outside. It's probably a little cold just staying there.
I have the mental image of Tika going like, "What's out here?" Walks out, gets covered in snow, and is like, "The fuck?"
Yeah.
It's like the cartoons where walks outside, just immediately gets covered in a foot of snow.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's funny. Well, I guess it explains why there's a fireplace specifically in this room.
Yeah. Notably, though, there was no person outside. Do you try to look through the peephole again?
Sure, I am curious.
When you look through the peephole, there is no longer an eye staring at you. You can now see the snowy tundra outside.
Oh. I just realized how stupid that could have been. I realized if there's an eye, not outside, but when I look at the peephole, it's probably inside the peephole. Is the door... So it's in the door? Or it is the door.
Dun dun. Trix.
The door is staring back at me.
What were you trying to say, Trix?
Do you guys want to activate these things so you guys feel protected?
I don't understand what you just said.
Nope.
Do you want to activate this creature to let it protect you?
I don't know if you know how. You could try. Do
Do you
you?
remember using it last time?
Oh boy, this
What
might
I
get
need-
spicy in a second.
what I need to put people?
Do you get close to the robot?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you physically touch it and start to examine it? Trix?
Yes.
Okay, give me an investigation check. Give me your D100 roll now. As you are investigating it, you're like lifting its arm to inspect its servos. And then as you're doing this, the eyes slowly begin to light up. I will give you all one turn to react.
Except me, right?
Yeah, you're not here. Trix is still manipulating the arm.
Okay.
I would like all of you to give me perception checks to see who notices the eyes.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, because the only people who notice the eyes are the ones that actually get to turn. Alright. Who was that? That was Trix.
Yep. Okay, I'm on the right character. I have the right name. That's persuasion.
Alright.
Wow, nat 4.
And Tika.
Unfortunate. I need to change the name. Boop.
Okay, so Tika and Trix, both of you notice the eyes have begun to light up. You have, how do you both immediately react to this? Tika, sorry, Trix, you're still holding the arm during this.
I'm gonna ask if it's alive.
You're asking if it's alive?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing, Tika?
Probably in response to Drake's question, you know. I thought you knew what you were doing. I'm not staying in there with that thing. And proceeds to go about to leave.
So you moved
I guess Remy just yeah, if this is dangerous, I should probably get out too.
No, Remy doesn't get a chance. They don't know this.
Ooh.
Remy's just confused.
What? Okay.
Remy failed that perception check because it's
Okay.
DC 15. That's why I said Tika and Trix. What do you do? Anyway, which doorway do you try and leave?
The one we've
The porch
entered
or
by
the
the original.
All right.
The original.
So you go to do the door, and the door is now locked. As you go to grab the door and discover the door is locked, the creature, his eyes fully light up, he suddenly turns at Trix and grabs Trix's throat with his hand. And I'll roll initiative. As he basically grapples Trix. Oh, boy.
21.
What's this dude's in this? Actually, let me go look at the stat block of Iron Golem just as a reference for this. Because I don't actually have stats with this guy. I was not expecting combat with this guy yet.
You were expecting Trix to not do anything weird.
Then Trix is like, I'm going to activate it. And I'm like, okay, this is happening earlier than I wanted to.
No, fuck it. This is not deja vu. You had me in a chokehold, not grabbing me by the throat.
No, he is grabbing you by the throat.
No,
Yeah.
Because Foxy said deja vu.
Yeah. This is similar. This is similar to when I first met the party. I was choking someone to death.
The same person too.
Alright, okay, oh boy, these are the base stats. Oh boy. Well, the modified version of those, but still.
Well, Trix is going first somehow.
Not yet, because I haven't actually rolled this dude's initiative yet. The fuck is your dexterity? -1. Okay. Actually, no, because it's this guy. He's gonna have a +2. He's gonna have a slightly higher stats.
He's probably going. The enemy is probably going second. Yep.
All right. So Trix, you are currently being grappled, but you are going first. So you are currently grappled by the neck with this dude's hand, and it feels like a very strong hand as it's turned to look at you. It hasn't actually answered your question, though, to be fair.
This is technically a way to answer the question, indeed.
What do? You pull out your short sword and get a nat 20 stabbing. Okay, and that will trigger... Actually, will that trigger sneak attack? I'm going to let that trigger sneak attack. I want to see what this does. Because he probably wasn't expecting you to stab him in the gut with a short sword as your first response to being grabbed by the throat. Oh boy. So that is 9... okay, so that's 9, 14...
23.
23... Alright, so that is 12 damage that he ends up taking because of resistance. As you try to stab into his gut, but it just kind of clinks off metal and bends. You do get into some of the circuitry, though, seemingly, and like stab into some wires, which does cause him to jolt suddenly. But you don't know if it caused any major damage, as the chokehold on your neck gets a bit tighter now. Since you're a rogue and you have cunning action, I'll let you do a bonus action to try and attempt to get out of the chokehold, if you'd like to try to.
Yeah, I want to.
Alright, roll me an acrobatics check against his athletics. Which, his athletics is a +7. 1d20 plus 7. 19. Nope, he keeps you locked in place. Alright. So you've done your action, you've done your bonus action. Anything else you'd like to do in your turn? Your movement speed is 0 because you're grappled. You have an interaction, and that's it. So if you have, like, an item on you or something. Let me get some combat music going.
What can I do?
You have an interaction left, so you can use an item on your person.
I'll probably use the grappling hook.
What do you do with the grappling hook?
Try to pull myself away.
Okay, what are you throwing it onto to try and latch onto? There's bed, there's a bunch of dressers, there's that. You trying to latch onto the wall or the bed in the corner?
At the bed.
Alright, so you throw the grappling hook. Give me a dexterity check.
Okay.
I'll also accept sleight of hand. Dexterity. You manage to latch onto the bed, and you try to tug on it to pull you towards there. Give me a athletics check. $12. You instead start pulling the bed towards you. But you are unable to actually escape the chokehold this way. But you do have latched onto the bed. Alright, that will be the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Foxy's asking if he wakes up from the noise.
I saw that. Not for this turn cycle, at least. But Foxy, you can go ahead and roll initiative for 2 turn cycles from now, let's say. It's 2 rounds until you wake up. This creature, now seemingly activated, begins to lurch and get itself upright as it slowly begins to lift itself mechanically in a distinctly inhuman way, kind of picking up Trix like a ragdoll as they do. And as it stands up and stares at Trix, it then looks over at the person trying to escape the room and starts slowly walking towards you. To walk in front of you. Because it walks past Remy, I'll let Remy do an opportunity attack.
Okay.
If you'd like.
What was I equipped with? I was equipped with that. Okay.
Because it just doesn't even seem to notice Remy.
I have a shield equipped. Yep. Okay, so that's one-handed. Probably not hitting.
That you are correct. It does not hit.
That was supposed to be Remy, but whatever.
So you swing your warhammer, and it just kind of bounces off the shoulder of the thing.
Ding.
Ding. And it's weird. Whatever this thing is made of, it's of... this is not like any construct you've seen back home. But then again, this is a Shadowfell, so you don't really know necessarily what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it walks towards Tika. It then reaches out to try and grapple Tika. So, we are going to do a contested check. You can roll either athletics or acrobatics, and I'm rolling athletics.
Okay.
To see if it has you in a chokehold as well.
Should have not. I don't think I had that. Ignore the +3, which is already bad.
Okay.
Hey, he could roll in that one. Maybe I'd still be high enough. No,
He
I
is-
wouldn't be high enough.
He has a +7. Alright, so you try to out-muscle him with your monk might, and he just ends up grabbing you by the neck and squeezing. And as he does this, he then begins to lift you into the air, but that won't actually end his turn. So he currently has both you and Trix grappled. And it is now Remy's turn, I believe?
I think Tika was higher.
Ah, yeah. So Tika,
Yeah.
it's now your turn. What do? You are currently grappled. And being held in a chokehold. Not chokehold, but being strangled.
Mm-hmm. Well, originally I wanted to do a spell, but considering it has verbal components, I'm going to assume that's not going to work.
You can try, but you'll have disadvantage on the spell. Or you'll have advantage on the saving throw, I'll go ahead and say. Because it's hard to speak. It's not impossible to speak.
Ooh, giving him advantage on that.
Yeah.
Do I want to waste it? Do I want to waste the once per long rest cast when he will have advantage on the saving throw? Probably not. Yeah,
Okay.
probably not. Okay. I forgot what it takes to try to get out of the grapple.
You could use an action to do either an athletics or acrobatics check to try and break yourself out. Contested against his athletics, which is D20 plus 7. But yeah, you can use an action, or if you're a rogue, you can use a bonus action for that.
Ah, okay. I'm not rogue.
Yeah, Trix is a rogue. That's why I mentioned it for Trix. Because they have cutting
Okay.
action. Technically, in rules, it does not say you can use a bonus action. But considering rogues have cutting action, I allow it. Because I'm like, you already can do a bunch of things as a bonus action, normally as an action. So why not also try and escape grapple that way? I mean, you could dash as a bonus action, so...
Yeah, and that's kind of escaping.
Right. So I allow it for rogues, but you are not rogues. Do you want to use your action to try and escape or do something else?
I think I'm just going to smash him a bit.
Okay, begin smashing. Just go full Mega XLR with it and start smashing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we saw what you did against the rats, so...
Well, we know this doesn't hit.
Something you do notice, though, that does strike you.
Hmm.
You don't see any delirium crystals on this guy.
Ooh.
Okay. That does not hit. Or, so for the ones that don't hit, instead it's just bouncing off the armor, doing nothing.
Okay.
That hits.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, it's the offhand one, so I guess it'll do a little bit less damage, but
5 radiant. As you punch in, you feel it resist your attack, but then the divine force behind your punch pierces into it, and you hear a sharp metallic noise come from its body as it lurches a little bit. It seemingly didn't like being hit by that, as it had
Ooh.
a metallic screech.
ooh.
It seems it might
Then I
be
guess
weak
it's
to
working.
radiant damage.
Or at the very least, it's doing average damage, unlike the sword.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, fuck it. Let's use a bonus action to flurry of blows.
Alright, bonus action Valeria blows. Let's go. Alright, those are both hits. Pretty sure the AC is not that high.
Okay, I'll wait to click the second one just to confirm that the 20 did hit.
Yeah, its AC is actually 20. So meets it, beats
Oh.
it.
Meets it, beats it. Oh shit, I'm now realizing Remy has only a +2, so there's only literally 3 rolls that hit it.
What do you mean? It shows you have a +7 to hit.
I said Remy, not Tika. Tika
Oh
has
yeah,
a-
Remy only has a +2. So this thing
Yeah.
is quite armored. It's I'm sorry, what do you think? Anyway. Alright, so that is 12, so that's 24. You notice that spot that worked, and start punching repeatedly in the same spot.
Yeah.
And it's more metallic screeching, and it stares at you with now fiery, angry eyes. Before, it was just neutral. Now it has anger in the eyes.
I'm now imagining this here, like, let me go!
And you almost hear what... It's a metallic, gurgling, screeching noise, but it almost sounds like an attempt at growling. Anyway...
I don't believe I have an item to use. No, unless I want to, like, open a torch. Unless I want to light a torch or something.
You could try. Also, it might help you get an easier idea of what the hell this thing even is, because you can barely tell what it's supposed to be. Given the fact that you can't really see.
Yeah, but a delirium creature willingly creating dim light in their own face seems like a bad idea.
Fair, but then again, it might scare this thing off.
Ah, fair enough. To go where? We're locked in with it anyways.
You're locked in. It might not be.
Or it might bash through the locked door. Who knows?
And it might use you to bash through the door.
Anyways, yeah, my turn is done.
Okay. By the way, this will definitely cause Zoro to wake up, because this is a lot of noise.
So basically, this is me and Remy.
I see the gif. Go in D&D streaming. Text chat.
Oh my god.
That's
Am I
perfect.
wrong?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's so fun of a gift to see. I wish
Yeah.
a stream could see it.
Yeah. Anyway, Remy, what are you doing? You're watching Tika beat the shit out of this thing, as it has both Tika and Trix in a chokehold, and despite it screeching like a madman, well, like a mechanical monster, it's not actually that damaged. It seemingly, unless the radiant damage is dealing internal damage or something. Outwardly, it's not actually taking that much damage. From your determination, you can do I don't know, investigation check if you want to use a bonus action to try and see if it takes more damage, but otherwise...
Yeah, I don't have much to do with my bonus action, so sure.
Alright, bonus action investigation check to see if you notices any more damage or anything on it.
Probably not.
Nah, you can't really tell much more outwardly without approaching it.
Hmm.
What do you want to do? You do note it only has 2 hands, so it probably can't also grapple you.
That is a good argument.
I'm just pointing
But
out the obvious.
I'm just gonna joke and say in Cyberpunk there was a character with a surprise extra grappling limb.
Yes. This monster though does not seem to have hair, so you don't need to worry about that.
He's not Stitch, Foxy.
He's in fact not Stitch. Well, actually, he's thinking General Grievous, I believe, from Star Wars. How there's that one scene with General Grievous' 2 lightsabers, and then they're dueling with the Jedi, and then his arms like detach in half to reach down and grab more lightsabers. Great scene from the 3rd movie.
Yeah, sure. I am going to use a 2nd level spell slot to cast Ominous Winds.
Ooh. Up to 3 creatures of your choice you can see within range. Let's make a charisma saving throw. Whenever a target fails a saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d12 and subtract the number from the attack roll and saving throw.
Super Bane.
Super Bane. Let's go. Alright, so I need to make a spell save DC, and is that Wisdom?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Who is he targeting with that?
The Iron Golem.
The Golem. I'm not making you miss your attack more, Rattle.
This mechanical creature.
Eh.
Alright.
Good point to still specify, but yeah. As far as I know, that's the only bad creature in this room.
Right. Unfortunately for you, as you cast a spell on the creature, you notice your magic seems to have less purchase than normal. It will have advantage on this roll.
Oh.
Out of character. It has magic resistance.
Magic resistance.
I had to figure out a way to convey that. So I just went, your magic seems to have a harder time affecting it. Anyway. And this is not charming effect. Okay. I just want to make sure.
No, it's just Super Bane.
Oh my god. So you want to know how bad this is?
What?
This dude has a charisma of 1.
Oh, it's -5. Holy shit, let's go.
So, 1d20 -5. Let's go. He rolled a 19.
Passes. Didn't even need magic resistance. Get fucked.
Oh my god. You say get fucked to yourself there, I hope you realize.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so you try to cast it on there, and then it kind of shakes a little bit, and it lifts Trix up to hold to its head as if it's trying to hold its head with his hand, but Trix is there. So now Trix is being squished against his head. And then he turns and stares angrily at Remy. And he bellows towards you, and I need you to give me a wisdom save as he bellows at you.
Right, yes, I just wanted to make sure that I did forget to take my spell slot. Wisdom save.
And actually, I'll have you, Tika, and Trix all give me wisdom saves for this.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Remy passed. Trix failed.
I need to go to the other character sheet.
Yep. Tika failed. Okay, so Remy, you managed to not be affected by this. Trix and Tika, both of you are now frightened of the creature. Do you know what the frightened condition does?
We can't approach the creature, which is kind of a moot point when it is the one grappling us.
Yeah.
And I think attack rolls and maybe ability checks have disadvantage while we're within
I
While
will
we
go.
can see the creature.
I will go look it up. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within its sight, and it cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So you are grappled and frightened by it, meaning any attack rolls you're gonna have to make against it have disadvantage. After all this is done, Zoro, give me a perception check to see if you wake up. I'll give you advantage because of the roar and the squeaking.
Also, doesn't he have keen hearing?
Well,
Yes,
that gives him
but that's
advantage
counteracted
anyways.
by him being drunk and having passed out. Technically, I shouldn't even be giving him advantage, because technically he has both advantage and disadvantage because of being drunk, but I'm being generous and giving him advantage anyway.
So that he can participate.
Yes. Foxy R. Also, by the way, I do know Rattle... Yeah, I'll roll for you. I do know that Rattle does have to leave early at some point because of a birthday party, just letting everyone know.
No.
Yeah.
You know roughly how long you have left?
Yeah, it's in an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, that should be plenty of time, because that'll be 4:20 p.m.
Yeah.
That'll be 4:30.
Yeah, 4:30. All right. What am I doing? Perception with advantage, which he is skilled at this. To be fair,
Ooh.
it is one of his actual skill things. Oh yeah, and we never updated his. Oh yeah, you did update his stat sheet. Okay. 20. Zoro wakes up with a jolt. And what do you say as you wake up? As you hear a mechanical screeching from the other room, and the sound of some panicked people from across the area. I know you're muted, Foxy, so you can just type it, and I'll say it.
Fuck's alright.
Do we have anyone that's commenting on the stream? Nope. Okay. I didn't figure.
Mac target, I come to slay drunk.
It's like, Mech Darkin, I come to slay. And as you leave your room, you notice Tom is standing outside the room now. Does this faze you at all, or do you even slow down? Or do you keep going? You have moved 10 feet so far. You still have the rest of your movement speed, which is a movement speed of yes.
For this map, yes.
Even normally, yes, because he has a movement speed of 100 feet, normally.
Mm-hmm.
He has 100 feet of movement, which is more than 3 times the baseline.
He said roll luck?
I would more say roll perception for you, or wisdom save. Either a perception check or a wisdom save. Which would you say, Zoro? Also, are you leaving your room on your motorcycle? Or...
I didn't even know the motorcycle fitted in the room.
Sure, why not? So, you in the room with the mechanical monster just hear his motorcycle rev up across the building as he just fucking drives out of his doorway. Let's do a wisdom save. 13. You notice Tom is there, but as he's starting to get in the way, you don't care and you try to run him the fuck over to get into the room. I will have roll an an improvised attack roll.
With the fucking bike.
Yeah. Actually, no, this will be, I'll roll animal handling and have that be your to hit roll. There we go. So, on your animal handling check, you got an 18. That hits. I'm rolling damage. Let's do falling rocks damage for this.
Okay.
I think that's like 3d10. 3d10 bludgeoning.
Wow.
Fuck. Oh. Okay, 4. So you drive into this guy, and then he just kind of looks at Zoro, and then his body disperses when you hit it as if he was just made of, like, vapor. He just turns into a cloud. And then he reappears back at the doorway as you drive into the door, and I'll have you make another improvised attack roll against the door. There might be a small problem with this. Do you know what that is, Tika?
I'm being held by the goblin right next to the door.
Ah, yes,
The
this
goblin.
thing is now the goblin.
I called it the golem before, but now my brain just went, ah yes, go, that's a goblin, right?
The goblin on the door. Actually, no. Hey, Zoro, do you want to enter the room with style? You do know the thunder step spell. Or do you just want to run down the door with your motorcycle? Yes to thunder step, or yes to running over the door with a motorcycle?
A or B, yes.
Do you want column number 1 or column number 2? And now Kyan is just singing the AC/DC song. Thunder! Oh, wow, 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 wow. Thunder! I'm not going to sing any more of that in case of copyright.
Okay, thank you for saying that, because if I knew a little bit more of the lyric, I would have started chanting with you.
Right. I'm just going to assume that's yes for thunder step. So... all of you hear a motorcycle revving up, and then there's a sudden booming noise as he gets to the doorway, and the doorway gets fucking blasted with 3d10 thunder damage. And Tika, I'm gonna have you give me a dexterity save with disadvantage against his spell save DC.
Oh, okay.
To see if you can somehow not get blasted by the door. I just realized it's actually gonna hit the shadow shifter too. Alright. That is a fail. So 3d10. So that will actually hit everyone except Trix and Remy. 20. So this guy takes even more damage. Sorry, go ahead.
Do we get to make the Constitution save on it, or?
What Constitution save? The Constitution save is just not to go deaf, I believe. Oh, no, yeah. Yes, but you have disadvantage.
Okay.
I'll make the Constitution save for the golem. Well, not the golem, the robot. I can't want to specify because this is not actually an iron golem. Plus.
Dang it. Because of disadvantage, I didn't get it.
Yep. And this dude actually has advantage because of magic resistance.
Dang it, disadvantage 8, my roll 20. My nat 20.
8, your roll 20. The entire game's over. See you next time, everyone. Alright. The door fails. The door gets turned to splinters. Thanks to this. As he teleports into the room, the actual golem does actually survive this. He teleports next to Remy. Tika, you get blown away for 20 thunder damage. And the golem will take half of that. But, however, this does do one other important thing. And do you know what that is?
What?
It actually blows you out of his hand, so you are no longer grappled by the creature.
Ooh.
because you took so much force and it was such a surprise that it just kind of dropped you out of shock. You know, like when you fire a gun that has too much recoil and so it just kind of flies out of your hand?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you hand a child a 500 Magnum?
Oh, right. Delirium creatures have resistance to almost every type in dim light or darkness. I forgot about that.
Yes. Woo, I save people, yes.
Woo, I only took 1 actual damage because I had temporary hit points left from the channel divinity.
Nice. Meanwhile, this creature takes some damage from that. However, it seems to be more pissed off than anything else, as it then begins to screech again, but at Zoro. However, this one will not be the legendary action this time. So, that was your action to do that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was your action. You have your bonus action, you have your second action, because you have the Godspeed chip, and your 2 bonus actions. What do you want to do? Yeah, I forgot Zoro has 2 actions and 2 bonus actions. Oh, you live rifle. Wait.
Oh, you live rifle.
Are you doing the big rifle? Are you doing the Exodus rifle? Because this is gonna be really. Oh my god. Okay, so I get to paint this scene.
Yeah, you're happy. Okay, let's go.
So.
I'm glad he's not using the force shotgun.
Yeah, because that'd be a 15-foot cone. It would hit all of you. So you see that he says like, "Whoa, I save people. Goodbye," as he just reaches into his motorcycle and pulls out an impossibly long rifle that's about like 5 feet long as a sniper rifle that he just shoulders on his shoulder with his power armor locking in. And Tika, you have no idea what this is because you've never seen combat arms. Remy has kind of an idea because they're more familiar with actual like black powder guns. Trix, you know this is a very high power rifle because you've encountered modern technology before. And the creature looks at this and almost has a look of panic in its eyes. As Zoro opens fire. And you hear the loudest freaking sound you've ever heard. Louder than the thunder step from before. As this gun fires. Hasta la vista. Oh boy, I get to show off this nonsense. Okay, where is this thing's stats? Fudge it, I'll give him sneak attack on this too. What's an extra d6 between friends?
I mean, there is an ally within 5 feet of the mechanical creature. Trix is right there. And Tika too, yeah. I keep getting mixed up because of diagonals.
Yeah. Oh boy, I do not have the stats of this thing in this sheet for Zoro. We have it in the other sheets. I need to load the Cyberpunk campaign to go get the stats.
Oops.
So basically, Source line is he's been terminated.
My bet is 8d10. Anyone wants to take bets?
My bet is on 12d10.
Okay.
One thing I do know about it is it's an anti-armor rifle, meaning it basically ignores AC. Specifically how it works is it turns your AC into 10 plus dex, regardless of what it was before.
You just need to connect with the mountain, not pierce through it, because it's anti-armor, so it's going to pierce through it.
Yep, exactly. And no amount of barbarians just trying to muscle their way through it is going to help. addressing the unarmed defense argument.
Ooh, wonder if Monk still get her wisdom. I don't know how that works.
They do not.
Okay.
So you have just 10 plus Dex against this thing. All right, the Exodus rifle. Oh boy. Oh boy. This thing used to be balanced around the fact that it had very expensive limited ammo, and then he found Pact of the Blade Warlock exists. So this thing is a plus 17 to hit. And he rolled a crit. Because he has advantage. He rolled a fucking... Okay. Ignore AC, goes off of Dex plus 10. Any excess damage carries through to the targets through the thing. Because it's a monstrous weapon. Actually, sorry, no, it's not 4 feet long. It's like 8 feet long. It's bigger than he is tall. It's nearly as big as the motorcycle he's riding on. Oh my god. Would you like to know just how much damage he just did?
Yes, because we don't see the rolls.
Alright. He did, let me just roll additional things. I forgot to add sneak attack into this. 71 plus 18 plus 13.
Okay.
That's 89 plus 13 is 101. Wait, no,
Oh, shit.
102.
Oh shit. That would have done damage to Gong.
Uh-huh. So, he shoots this rifle, says hasta la vista, and basically whips this robot in half as he blows a chunk off its torso. And it screeches at him and drops Trix. As it's now just clambering and clutching at its chest, looking at him both confused, scared, and angry as it tries to make its way towards him. Is that good?
So I would drop down to the bed.
You were dropped. If you want to give me a dex save to try and land on the bed, sure, but he was dropping you on the floor.
Well, my character token is on the bed and the floor.
Right, so right now you're being dropped on the floor. If you want to try to take a dex save, you actually failed that. You land on the floor.
Boom.
Here's the thing, though, sir. That was the first attack.
Yeah, I'm assuming that he has at least 5 levels and at least one of the classes that give extra attack.
Does he have fighter levels? If so, how many? Let me go check. Because I forget. Zoro, do you have fighter levels? Yes, it lived through the first shot. It actually lived through the first shot. No fight. Okay, you just have Warlock and Barbarian. That's what it is. Alright, so you take a sec... your character goes, wait, you lived? Uh-oh. And then takes a second shot from the rifle. As it's screeching at you and tore a chunk out of it. However, I would also like everyone to give me a perception check to notice a detail as it's being shot to bits.
What roll?
Perception check. Oh, the Exodus rifle got borked again. It got borked again. There's a weird bug sometimes in the game where it just...
Remy got it at 20.
Okay, I'll go look at that in a second. By the way, if you want to know how bad this is, Surtur, this rifle crits on an 18 to 20.
Ah.
So it will actually roll a 19 before when it crit. Oh, that's why. It's the wrong thing. Okay, never mind. That was the melee attack for that, right. Okay, that one's not a crit, but that is 33. That hits. And that is an additional 76 damage. Which, granted, it does have resistance to this. But still. You blow another chunk out of it, and it is definitely damaged, but it's not dead yet.
Ooh.
And it's now staring at you angrily as its body's starting to slowly fall apart, but it's still staying going. And Remy, Tika, to your horror, there's a biological corpse inside this thing. There seems to be a corpse animating this robot as it's lurching towards Zoro.
Huh.
Well, actually, it hasn't had its turn yet. It can't move. But, Zoro, you've used both of your actions. What do you want to do on your turn? It survived 2 shots and is still going. It has not heard the bell yet. Why won't you die? Do you want to trigger Barbarian Rage? Because you're pissed off that it's not dead?
But doesn't Barbarian Rage take an action?
Takes a bonus action. It takes a bonus action. Relentless attack is an action.
I thought relentless attack was just a thing that gave you advantage.
Yeah, it was the thing that gave you advantage as part of your action when you're attacking. Okay, so you're triggering your rage. You have 1 bonus action left as well as your movement speed. What do you want to do on your turn? Oh, you use your bonus action to fire 5th level magic missile from your armor. Because you can fire weapons from the power armor as a bonus action. That's a feature of the power armor. Oh boy, so you use some of your precious charges in your armor that you still don't know how to recharge easily right now. To get 5th level magic missile. How do I do this? Do you have it in your sheet by any chance?
I mean, magic missiles, I believe, is 1d4 plus 1.
1d4 plus 1, and I'm trying to see how many darts it is for this.
I think it's 7.
For upcasting this one. That sounds about right, but I'm looking it up in the compendium.
Me too. 3. When you cast this spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, the spell creates one more dart for each slot. So yeah, 3 plus 4.
Fair enough. Also, yes, he is doing this because he's not metagaming and he's drunk in games. He's mentally impaired. So
Nice.
alright. I will roll 1d4 plus 1. All of the darts will do 3 damage each. So that is 3 times 7 is 21. Actually, no. Resistance.
It's resistance to force?
Oh, right. The shadow creatures don't get resistance to force, do they?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm just going to go with the assumption it does not, because it does not have it in the sheet normally, but I forgot exactly what the living creatures get. Regardless, 21.
Tika doesn't have resistance to force, so yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Even in complete darkness.
This thing is very heavily damaged, and you've actually, at this point, removed one of its legs entirely, and it is now crawling on the floor towards you. Dragging itself like a zombie that you shot the legs off, seemingly.
The Terminator at the end of the first movie.
Yeah, it's kind of resembling the T-800 skeleton right now. As
with a corpse inside.
Yeah, with a corpse inside. So that is the end of your turn. You actually did not kill it in 1 turn. We will go back to the top with Trix. It's your turn.
I'm gonna dual wield.
Alright, you're dual wielding. Are you attacking this thing? You are still frightened of it, so you'll still have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
I don't think you're bowed. You did remove over half its HP in 1 turn. Zoro, in that 1 shot, did more damage than the rest of you combined. Granted, he's a lot higher level, so that's why, but still. And he has an overpowered gun. But all right, that's a good question actually. Would his AC go down because of how damaged he is? I'm going to say the 15 hits.
Okay.
I'm going to say that his AC got lowered enough that they have 15 hits. Yeah, that is 17 damage.
No resistance?
Correct, there's resistance. So that is 8 damage.
I feel like the student who asked the teacher, no homework today?
Right. Well, that's why I like having you around. You keep me on the straight and narrow and make sure that I actually remember my shit.
Okay, so
You're the
since I
teacher's
could use
aide,
two-
basically.
since I could use two weapon hands fighting with one hand.
You have 2 weapon fighting, so you can attack with both weapons at the same time. As
okay.
part of the same attack action.
Yeah. Ooh, and the +1 AC. I forgot I did that. Cool.
Yes, that's the other nice thing about dual wielder. So, okay, do you have a second attack? Oh, wait, no, you're a rogue. You do not have a second attack.
Unless you have a way to bonus action attack.
Alright.
I was thinking, doing 2 attacks with the dual wield feature.
Well, you did two. You
You
attacked with
already
both
did
short
2
swords.
with dual wield.
Oh.
Those are the short swords.
So,
It's fine.
It's okay.
let me check if I have any.
You're a rogue. You do have a good amount of bonus action abilities.
You can disengage and get out of his range.
You can disengage out of the range. You can dodge to give him disadvantage to hit you. You sadly cannot move towards. Well, you cannot move towards the main door. You can move towards the balcony. You cannot move towards the main door. Because trying to move towards the main door would be moving closer to him, and you aren't allowed to do that because you're frightened. So you need to go past him to get to the main door
I
right now.
have to check my spell list.
Yeah, I don't know how many bonus action spells you would have.
That's why I was checking.
Like, unless you have Misty Step, but I don't think you do.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay.
Yeah, Misty Step is 2nd level, and it's. I think Arcane Trickster is a 3rd caster.
Yeah, they also have a few feats, but yeah.
Ooh, a few of them. Cool.
Then I'll just do this.
Skulker. Okay, so you're gonna try and hide.
Yeah.
Alright, bonus action hide. Give me a stealth check.
Stealth?
Yes. Stealth, yeah, give me a stealth check. I'll let you try and hide. You quickly scurry under the bed and hide under the bed. And it's so distracted, being pissed off at Zoro, it didn't even bother to notice you go under the bed. So it doesn't know that you're under there. I will now move his token to the GM layer so that he's disappeared for everyone else.
Poof.
So, Trix, like a cat that's pissed off, just goes "Meow," and just goes into the bed.
Too bad Kitty isn't there. That would be her reaction, more than likely.
Who do you think Trix picked up the trick from?
Probably Kitty, yeah.
Best choice is I got Deadly Gun louder than Thunder. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Thunder.
You and I need to listen to that song later, sir. That's a great song.
Yeah, okay.
We'll listen to it after the stream.
What did you think of the 3 kobolds and the Trenso song?
I thought it was very funny. I'm going to make it a random encounter. You guys find 3 kobolds in a trench coat. There.
You know they're not pretending not to be.
Yeah. Pretending not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Anyway, it's now the Thing's turn. And,
That thing.
yeah. Not,
Quote, Tom.
not this thing, this thing.
Okay.
Level.
I saw it move right before you said that, so I thought you meant it was that thing's turn because it just moved.
No, it did move, but it's not its turn. It can evidently move on other people's turns.
Ooh.
Anyway. So, much to your shock and horror of this thing screeches at you and says, "You can't kill me," as it begins to regenerate sections of its body. It kind of reaches over to its leg, picks up its leg, and shoves it back into the lower half of its body. The wires slowly reattaching themselves. As it begins slowly standing up, and it just kind of roars again at Zoro and charges headlong to tackle him and take the gun. So, I am going to have you give me a grapple check, Zoro. However, this is to see if you don't let go of the gun, because he's trying to take your gun. He, for those at home who do not know, he is doing the disarm action.
Ooh.
Which, actually, let me look up the rules on the disarm action.
Did he move forward?
Yes, but you're currently sneaking, so how are you your opportunity to attack him?
I don't think it prevents you from an attack of opportunity him, but it does remove him from his sneaking.
Yeah, so if you want to remove yourself from sneaking, you can. Tika can take an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna attack if he moved out of my range.
Okay, then go ahead. I'm looking up what disarm does. A creature can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon or another item from a target's grasp. The attacker makes an attack roll, contested by the target's strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics. If the attacker wins the contest, it causes no damage or other ill effect when the drops the item. The attacker has disadvantage on the attack roll if the target is holding the item with two or more hands. The target has advantage on the ability attack if it's larger than the attack creature, but disadvantage if it's smaller. In this case, I'm modifying that to where instead of just trying to disarm Zoro, it's trying to take the gun. So, basically, it's going to make an attack roll against you, and you can roll either athletics or acrobatics to go against it. It will have advantage because it's larger, but that will be cancelled out by it having disadvantage because you're holding your gun with two hands. So it just becomes a normal roll.
Do we get advantage from it being distracted?
No. That it being distracted is what lets you do sneak attack checks.
Okay.
Zoro, do you understand what I said? Alright. Trix misses. Tika hits. Tika smacks it in the back with a spicy punch. And
Spicy punch.
it screeches, though this almost seems to give it extra momentum as it seemingly damage boosts its way towards Zoro. But can you answer what I asked? What did you ask? Does the Warlock thing prevent that? My bonfire weapon. Does Pact of the Blade prevent that? Let me go look it up.
Ooh.
Pact of the Blade. You can use your action while you fish. This weapon casts magical for the purposes of overcoming resistances. Your pack weapon disappears if it's more than 5 feet away from you for a minute or more. It also disappears if you dismiss it. No. The only thing in packed weapon is if it's more than 5 feet away from you for a minute straight, it will disappear and reappear next to you. It does not actually prevent it from being taken from you. At least from what I can see here, from Pact of the Blade. So no, it does not actually prevent it from being taken from you. So, it's going to roll an attack roll. Let me go ahead and roll an attack roll, and then you roll either acrobatics or athletics. Or I can actually roll every you, I just realized. What's the attack rolls on this thing? Because so far I've been doing grapple attacks, not attack rolls.
I think rage would help. I think it gives you advantage on strength checks.
Yeah.
Yes, which is athletics, so you'd have advantage on the athletics check. Alright, so this has a plus 13 to hit. Alright, so you need to beat a 29 with your athletics. Let me go ahead and roll that. Oh, actually, here's a question, Zoro. You can either have a plus 6 with advantage or a plus 10, because your acrobatics is plus 10.
Ooh.
So which is better to you, plus 6 with advantage or plus 10?
Well, he has to take the plus 10. He can't be 29 even with double 20 plus 6.
Right. Okay, so we'll do acrobatics. Okay. This will be normal. 23. No. This dude manages to take the gun from you. And with his interaction, he is going to try and break the gun over his own knee. I will have him make an improvised attack roll against the gun. As it's ripped from your hand. No. Well, on your turn you could, but that would require your action, and it's currently not your turn. $18. He hits the gun. Let me go ahead and roll damage. Oh, I forgot to add strength.
So that's 23.
23. He does manage to snap the gun barrel off. By breaking it over his knee, though he ends up actually damaging his own knee in the process, and he takes 5 bludgeoning damage from that. Now, what the robot doesn't know is that Zoro can just summon the gun back and it will be repaired when he summons it. But the robot doesn't know that.
And apparently in his drunken rage, Zoro also forgot that.
Yeah, and Zoro's yelling, Caesar! Because that's the name of his gun. His gun's name is Caesar.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Chester.
Oh, no, there's no H. Caesar! And then with the last thing that the Iron Golem could do, he takes the butt of the gun and smacks Zoro in the face with it. The rear end of the gun. Smacks Zoro in the face with it as he's screeching in rage. So, D20 plus 13.
Is he proficient with improvised weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
27 should hit.
Plus, to be fair, I'm counting this as a club, not as an improvised weapon. Warning party is about to be a hellhole run.
Drunken, raging Zoro about losing his fucking gun. We've seen what happened when Trix took a crowbar from him. Imagine when you take away his gun.
Yeah. Okay. So this thing ends up does a 27 hit. Okay, but let me see if his old sheet has higher AC.
Well, while this is happening, I'm just gonna whisper to Remy. His Sora's pockets are endless somehow.
What?
And this actually does not hit Zoro because he has an AC of 31. I forgot about that. So he smacks Zoro with the gun, and the robot pauses as he realizes Zoro's actually is just as tough as he is metal wise. He actually smacks it and breaks the gun more on Zoro's head. It's more like a crunch, but yeah.
Yeah, somehow Sora's pockets are endless.
Yeah. And Zoro, you don't notice this, but the other people notice. It seems both of them have flown into a rage, as both of them have rage activated. That'll be the end of the golem's turn. The robot's turn. Who was next? I believe it was Tika. I don't remember.
I could check.
Yes.
I am also checking. Tika's next. Alright, Tika, what
sorry,
you gonna do?
Sorry, I made the crunch and then I had to undo the crunching of the empty water bottle.
Yeah, it is Tika.
Yep. Alright, Tika, you're up.
I cannot get closer because I'm frightened.
Tika, give me a perception check.
Okay. Is that thing active? Yes, it is still checked on. Okay. Boop.
You
Should've
notice.
clicked normal.
You notice.
Oh no, it's.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, sorry. You're good.
You notice, quote unquote, the innkeeper from before has begun phasing through the door that you're leaning against.
Whatever is.
As you notice, arms are coming out of the door around you.
Whatever is left of that door.
Oh, right, the door is turned to shrapnel. Okay, so you notice this black figure is beginning to walk into the room, seemingly either not noticing or not caring about you.
And the only direction I am allowed to move is towards the thing, because this is closer,
Okay,
and
so
this is closer.
I will give you a dexterity save with disadvantage to try and get out of the way of this thing.
Ooh, it's moving on my turn, or maybe it has an initiative of like 7.
It is indeed moving on your turn. 8. You fail, it moves here, and you gain a level of exhaustion as it moves
Ooh.
through you.
Oh shit! Right, this sheet doesn't have markers for exhaustion. I think. Real quick. Nope. Okay. And let me just enter a resource and type in exhaustion real quick to keep track.
Alright. You have a level of exhaustion as this thing has entered the room. Tika, it's still your turn now.
Yeah, surprise.
You now feel sluggish as seemingly your light was slowly drained from you as this thing passed through you.
Ooh. Okay.
It felt like for a moment everything went dark and you almost felt like you died, but you didn't.
That is not scary. Not waiting for Foxy. I heard bark.
That might have been my phone, because my phone went off.
Okay. Well,
I guess
I should.
Good.
I guess I should still focus on the golem thing because.
I mean, you can't move
But
closer to it, so how do you have? Do you have anything within range?
Yeah, I have the pew pews from Sun Soul.
Ah, okay, yeah, you could fire the Sun Soul lights.
Yeah, I love how I forgot the names. I just called them the pew pews. Fire the pew pews.
I mean, that's what Krillin calls them in the in the Android Saga Abridged. Did you just say pew pew as he fired your lasers? He's like, yeah, I fired laser beams in my hand. Why wouldn't I say pew pew? And Trunks is just like, pew 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 as he starts doing it now. I love that scene.
Okay. Anyways,
12. That
that
misses.
doesn't hit. And
And
I don't think I don't know what to do with my bonus action now. Unless I want to spend one.
Yep.
you get
No,
2
no.
attacks. You get 2 attacks. It's just oh wait, no, you don't you only have 2 attacks on your attack action?
That's only because of improved Tavern Brawler giving me dual wielding on unarmed attack. This is not an unarmed attack.
No, but this is attack. You can use it with one hand. That's fair. You can still, I believe, can't you flurry of blows radiant sunbolts? Or is that not?
Let me check just to be sure. You take the attack on your turn, and you use this special attack as part of it. You can spend 1 key point to make the special attack twice as a bonus action. So, technically not Flurry of Blows, but basically still Flurry of Blows.
Yeah. And I let it count as flurry of blows for things like the 8 Gates Monk.
Sure, drain 1 more key and do it twice more. Why not?
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Alright, that 23 hit. Alright. You throw it past the Shadow Shifter. The shadowy creature thing. And
Oh, wait. I forgot I had advantage because I'm frightened.
You disadvantage because you're frightened. I'm just going to let that hit anyway.
Okay.
And it hits the golem and sears into it again as you basically have a spike like a lightning bolt fly into it. And I'm actually going to have Trix give me a wisdom save because of the bright light that suddenly appeared.
Eh.
I mean, you're already frightened with the golem, so it's not going to be that much worse. You're fine. You were a little frightened by the bright light because of your instincts as a natural born creature, but you realized it's not against you, so you weren't as frightened as you could have been.
Okay.
Yeah. There's already enough scary things happening in the room. Alright, is anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Tika?
I don't have potion of healing or something to do, so I guess I'll keep my reaction healing in case I take more damage for later.
Yep. Okay, Remy, you're up.
Ooh. Do I want to give him an attack of opportunity? Probably not.
Answer.
Oh.
When it was putting its back together, did it bleed at all?
Give me a perception check. Or do you need me to do that?
No, I can do it now. Perception. I am good at it. I am not good at it.
That's still good enough though, because you needed a 10. It had black liquid coming out of it. You did notice that. Which, that's not delirium, because delirium's purple, so...
Close enough.
Yeah. That's all, you don't know if it was blood or oil or what it is, because it seemed to go back into his body when he was repairing himself. Like, it's no longer on the floor, it's now... He went back inside when he used his leg back onto him.
Oh wait, can't do that. It was an undead.
Okay. Anyways.
Yep, Remy, continue your turn.
I guess I will. I think I'm tempted to do Radiant Blast, even though I think I have disadvantage because it's a ranged attack within 5 feet.
Yeah. You well, is it a magic attack or is it just a regular ranged attack?
It's cantrip. It's a cantrip.
Do you also get disadvantage for casting a spell within 5 feet? Yeah. Actually, I believe you do, unless you have a close quarter shooter as a feat.
Yeah, I don't have any feats on Remy, so no.
All right.
So I guess click disadvantage and try it.
Yep, go ahead. That hits.
Yay!
And you have multiple beams of that, I believe. Or
I'm level 3.
Yeah, you not have multiple beams yet. All right, roll damage. 3. You manage to shoot it in the eye, and it puts one of its hands to cover its eye, and it's screeching a growl at you.
I imagine very ticket character saying, "Praise the sun."
I mean, they are a sun soul monk.
Which is weird because being an astral born, I'm not sure she knows exactly what the sun is.
I mean, to be fair, does Solaire know what the sun is?
I guess he confuses a bug creature for a sun, so I guess not.
Anything that is grossly incandescent or radiant is good enough to be a sun in his eyes.
Yep.
Anyway, yes, I imagine Tika would be doing that. Alright, Zoro, you get a turn. I
Yep.
believe you're last in the
I was about to use boiling blood, and then I read the cannot work on undead part, and it is very clearly described as zombie.
This dude is both an undead and a construct.
Yeah, so it double doesn't work on them. So I just changed my mind to cast this.
Oh, what is Pyroclasm? Oh god, a 9th level spell. Oh boy.
When I said it's going to be a hellhole, I meant it.
You pick a point, an area of ground within range or similar surface. A geyser of lava erupts from the chosen spot. The geyser is 5 feet wide in diameter and 40 feet high. Each creature in the cylinder, when it erupts or at the start of its turn, takes 10d8 fire damage or half as much as technical dex save. Okay. In a 5 feet in diameter and 40 feet high. So, place a 5-foot circle.
No one can blame me. I did not warn them.
Alright, so I assume you're centering it on the robot?
Yes.
Unless
Unless
you
for
really
some
want
reason I
to burn the
center
shadow.
myself for no reason.
I will point out this building thing is made of flammable materials.
And
And you're in the 2nd story.
okay, and
Meaning it's coming out through the ground floor of the 1st floor, up into the 2nd floor to do this. So you're burning
Okay.
the area down below as well. Which may or may not have Kitty sleeping there.
oh,
I'm not saying you can't do this. I'm just saying there's going to be consequences for this, and you may not have a sleeping spot anymore after you do this. But then again, you're drunk and raging, so you might not know better in character.
Wait, how is he casting a spell if he's raging?
Right, you can't cast spells while raging. Wait, no, you have
Oh,
Rage Mage Barbarian,
it
don't
knows
you?
this. Yeah.
You have Rage Mage
Okay.
Barbarian.
Okay.
It's a specific subclass for Barbarian from Mage Hand Press that allows you to cast spells while raging. Anyway.
All my other spells basically doesn't work if it's undead or construct, which is both.
Not all of them. I mean, you could always pull the
Most
game
of
and
it.
fireball the room, but anyway. A geyser, a geyser is 5 feet in diameter.
I mean,
40 feet high.
I could roll fireball.
That'd probably be worse. Each creature in the cylinder, but at the start of its turn, takes 10d8 fire or half a successful save. The geyser also forms a pool of lava at its base. Initially, the pool is the same size as the geyser, but start of each of your turns for the duration, the pool's radius increases by 5 feet. A creature that's in the pool
At least
of
it's on the bottom floor. At least it's on the bottom floor.
So, it's actually not even going to bother to make the dex save. Do you want to know why?
It's going to grab me.
You discover to your horror that the fire is healing it. It has fire
What?
absorption. It heals from fire damage. You just made it
What the-
invincible.
God
Did
damn
you-
it.
You centered it on the golem?
Yeah.
Or did you try to hit the shadow? Okay.
No, you sent it on the goal, so he now heals for 10d8 hit points.
Wait, you said it's going to be like the spell's going to conjure on the ground floor, which shoots up to the second one, right?
Yeah, why?
Which means it's now on the first floor, shouldn't it?
What's your point?
Pretty sure it said somewhere or where I can force it to solidify or something.
When a creature... When a creature leaves a pool of lava, its speed is reduced by half and has disadvantage on saving throws caused by a hardening layer of lava. These penalties last until use action break free from the stone. If you
Oh.
maintain concentration on pyroclasm, laws and pool harden into permanent non-magical stone. You have to maintain concentration for a full minute for it to be permanent hardened stone. But for now,
Oh.
it is healing. And keep in mind, this
God damn
geyser will expand by 5 feet in every direction. So
But it's going to be on the first floor because I don't see how it could spread on the second.
it's currently
Oh,
spreading on the second and burning its way through the floor. Also, it's
Oh.
magic. Let's remember it's magic.
Oh, he chose to target the first. I'm confused.
No, he did not
No, it
choose
can
to
only
target the first floor.
It can only conjure on the first floor because it's the only one that's stone.
I'm gonna be right back. Gonna take a shower.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
it's a geyser, but
This thing just kind of cackles madly as you watch its body starts melting and reforming and melting again and reforming again as it's now on fire and its body begins to absorb some of the molten rock as it says, "You cannot kill me." As it's now back to full HP.
well, at least I have a second an option.
Wait, full HP? How?
Yeah, apparently I burned it so hard it fully healed.
No, remember it also regenerated?
Yeah.
Okay.
It regenerated
Alright.
100 hit points before.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This thing is
Yeah.
not necessarily meant to be killed.
In his drunken rage, I think Zoro is going to try anyways.
Uh-huh. This reminds me of the Mega 6LR theme when they come across a giant thing of nanobots that regenerates and forms more of them every time you slash it, and Megas is like, but I like smashing, and just keeps trying to smash it repeatedly throughout the entire episode, as it makes more and more and more of them as a result.
Is that the nose? Is that the episode where the nose smashing?
Yes,
came from?
that's that episode.
No, that doesn't work. No, that absolutely does not work.
At least it's giving time for Foxy to to play, because anyways afterwards it would be Rattle's turn.
Actually, afterwards I'll give the turn to the shifter. But honestly, after Zoro's turn, I'm kind of fine leaving it here on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You know what? Why not?
Phantasmal Force. Alright. You craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature you can see within range. The targets will make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice that is no longer a temporary cube and that is perceivable only to the target for the duration. This spell has no effect on undead constructs. Phantasm includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli also evident only to the creature. The target can use his action to examine the phantasmal force. Investigation checking his spell save DC. If it fails, if it succeeds, the target realizes. While the target is affected by the spell, it treats the phantasmal force as if it were real. The target rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with the phantasm. For example, a target attempting to walk across a phantasmal bridge that spans a chasm falls once it steps on the bridge. If the target survives the fall, it still believes that the bridge exists and that it comes up with some other explanation for its fall, like it was pushed or slipped or tripped. Are you going to try and put this thing in a phantasmal force cage?
Better than that. I remember you kindly told me that Radiant fuck with these guys. I'm going to believe that it's in a pool of pure radiance.
This spell has no effect on undead or construct, so why are you
God
using
damn it!
He's drunk, that's why.
it?
You're expecting
Where
him
does
to...
it say that?
I don't know where it says that.
Immediately after after the long sentence of on a failed save, the sentence after on a failed save.
Where?
It's oh, there it is. no larger than a 10-foot cube is perceivable only to the target. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Damn it.
God damn it! I did not read that part. I only read a creature it should be in part of the target.
Also,
so that way the player knows.
Honestly, I had no idea why it would not affect undead and constructs. I'll allow it to affect undead and constructs, because why the fuck does it not? It's just an image.
I mean, the only argument is that there's no physical brain to mess with. I mean,
and there's clearly one in this case because it's fucking talking to you. There's clearly one in this case because it's fucking talking to you. So yes, no, this affects it. Alright, so I am going to make an intelligence save.
DC 18.
Oh boy, let's see if it actually fails this, because if it did, you might have actually fixed the combat, potentially.
I love the idea that... Oh, actually, I just realized. I'm assuming that Zero isn't concentrating on the fire that's healing the fucking golem. Keep the spell active.
Maybe he is, because he's trying to solidify it into a hardened thing to basically petrify the dude.
Oh, yeah.
But even if that, you can still concentrate more than one spell on my campaign. It's just you have to make constitution saves in both. Let's see if this guy fails. This is a DC 20 check. Because, well, actually, no. You do not get this from the thing, so it's DC 18. Got it. DC 18. He has a -4. -2.
I think that's an auto.
He really believes he's now in the pool of radiance, and before this, I like check again.
Hold on. You might not want to do pool of radiance. Do you know why?
Sure, why not?
Because that's going to incentivize him to leave the pool.
Yes.
That's why I was like, maybe it'd be a bad idea if you, I don't know, put him in a cage when he doesn't think he can leave.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that? Or are you still going to do pool of radiance?
Because
I thought you were going to use it to, like, trap this guy.
I can... Well, here's the thing. I would need to keep focus on it.
Right.
If you were to relieve, there's a chance that he would leave the building entirely to get out of the sunlight. But if I do a cage, I would need to fully concentrate on keeping up the cage illusion.
Yeah, but also if he could somehow start to escape the cage, you'd rationalize that he can't.
That is true. But the second I drop the cage illusion, we're fucked.
It still buys you a minute, at least. And also, with the radiant thing, there's no guarantee he's going to run out of the building. Unless you're having the entire building be covered in radiance or something. But you don't have that much range. It's only a 10-foot cube.
Actually, wait. 10-foot cube, right?
Yeah, 10-foot cube.
If I remember correctly, we entered through here. So if I just make
That is more than
walls of radiant light all around here, then the only possible way he could leave is that one wall. That will force him to leave outside.
Okay, two things. One, that's more than 10 feet. And two, what makes you think he wants to leave?
Okay, that's a good question.
You guys are the ones trying to escape, not him. You're trying to leave him, not him leave you.
Fine, cage thing.
Sorry if it sounds like I'm meta-gaming. I'm just trying to help diffuse the situation, because I don't want the entire party to die. This dude was not meant to be fought right now. He's meant to be fought later.
You know what? Frick it. Cage, but it's a radiant cage that he can't escape from.
Ah, so it's a radiant cage, so frighten him. Okay. He is contained within the radiant cage. There's now a cage of blinding light that, I'm going to actually make a constitution save and a wisdom save. Constitution save not to be blinded. Wisdom save not to be frightened.
Please fail. I'm hoping for a double fail here.
Oh, actually, he's immune to the frightened condition, so that's not a concern.
Okay, then just one fail.
1d20 plus 5 for his con save.
28.
23.
Got that.
He is not blinded, but he is still in this cage, and he's kind of growling and trying to beat at the edges of the cage, and it's, well, not real, so he's not actually hitting anything, but he thinks he's hitting the bars and it's doing nothing.
Guys, we should go. My brain can only take so much, and I'm already drunk.
Did you stop concentrating on the lava geyser?
Yeah.
Okay, so the lava went away. There is now a large hole in the ground as a result of that, around the iron golem.
I'm surprised he didn't fall through the first floor, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, that could be the case. However, miraculously, despite it being a ring around there and there being nothing supporting that section of the floor remains floating. Inexplicably.
Shenanigans.
Because delirium shenanigans specifically. Hi, Drakenheim. The top half of the wizard tower in Drakenheim floats perpetually because of the properties of delirium. It's an interesting thing. Anyway, so he's still kind of trapped here in like a radiant bubble, and that's where all of you hear a cranky cat from downstairs, and I will end it there. Yeah. So, what y'all think of that session? I thought that was pretty fun. I didn't expect as much combat as we got.
I love how Trix is fully embracing the chaos. He's doing a very good job at embracing the chaos.
Yes, I very much enjoyed the impromptu combat. And also, yes, Foxy called it early on. A lot of this is a Five Nights at Freddy's reference.
Yeah.
Would you like to know who specifically this guy you're fighting is based off of?
I don't know.
Golden Freddy or Springtrap?
Springtrap.
Ah.
Which is why he kept yelling.
That's why the fire heals.
That's why the fire heals, and it's also why he kept yelling, "You can't kill me." Which is a reference to Springtrap's line of, "I'll always come back." But anyway, it is legally distinct Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes, very legally distinct.
Yeah. But anywho, yes, this is fun. I had fun. I did not expect combat, but honestly, it's fun. No one died, which is what I'm thankful for. And I will confirm, by the way, Foxy, you can just summon your gun again later once your character becomes more rational. It didn't get permanently killed, which is why I was fine just grabbing and breaking your gun, because I knew it wouldn't permanently get rid of it. You just summon it again.
Yeah, but Zoro's too drunk to think about it, so...
Yeah, and Zoro's never had someone just rip his gun out of his hand. Like, for reference, this dude's stronger than a Dozer.
Yeah.
In terms of physical strength. And that's the strongest physical enemy that Zoro's fought. Besides the hunter-killer drones.
Yes. That's why Zoro is so confused when it's not die in one shot, because he knows it's built to kill a Dozer.
Yep. Yeah, that gun has one-shot Dozers before, and yet this thing is just like... Would you like to know how much HP this thing actually has as a player?
Sure, why not?
Alright, Surtur said no. I will go ahead and DM it to Foxy then.
I'm surprised. I forgot. I thought that Dozers had more hit points than I guess they have.
Well, the main difference is Dozers don't have resistances to almost all damage. And also, to be fair, Surtur, let's remember that I made the Dozer originally, which had like 300 something hit points. But then Flame made a nerfed version called a Lesser Dozer, which only has 150 hit points. Because he thought it was way too much hit points, even though that's the correct calculation for the levels. So he nerfed it. So yeah, the Dozers they fought in Cyberpunk were actually the lesser versions.
Ooh, okay.
And then the real Dozer HP was the Zeal Dozer, which I only used one of them in the actual campaign. There was going to be more, but the campaign ended early.
Yeah.
But anywho, I had fun. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. If indeed you still are. I'll talk to y'all next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.